It's Greggy Soriano, and today we are going to make a cake for the box office princess and Oscar winner, Jennifer Lawrence. This cake is going to be stacked with sculpted books that eventually became movies that she starred in, and we're going to make a chocolate figurine of her iconic falls that she does on the red carpet. So without further ado, let's get to caking. First, we're starting off by cutting out templates for our book cakes, and I'm using cake boards. I baked some confetti cake, add a really thin layer of buttercream between each layer. Crumb coat all of your books and set them in the fridge to chill. Roll out a piece of white modeling chocolate into a really long log. Flatten it out and roll it out until you get a long band. You want to cut it out to a thickness of the actual book. I like to use a ruler or a sculpting tool for the book pages. Flip it over and wet the back side of this band. Attach it to 3 sides of the cake just like this. Trim off the excess and set in the fridge to chill. I want to create a look where some of the book covers are open throughout the entire cake, so I'm using skewers and inserting them into the cardboard. Roll out a thin piece of modeling chocolate and then wet it just a little bit and then cover your board. I'm going to make 2 of these, one for the top of the cake and one in between all of the tiers. Now we're going to make J-Law falling down the red carpet. I drew some armatures here of a female. On my drawing, I'm placing a piece of parchment paper. With the wire, I'm basically creating the shape of what Jennifer is going to be. The main objective here is to add the modeling chocolate onto the wire. Once you've added the modeling chocolate to the wire, set it aside to cool down a bit, and we'll get back to it later. You want to add on her dress, and you can do that by rolling out a really thin piece of blush colored modeling chocolate and draping it right onto her backside. Now I'm grabbing a really small piece of yellow modeling chocolate and I'm adding it to the top of her head, which is going to be her hair. Grab a short wooden skewer and stick it into a piece of styrofoam. And with just a little bit of white modeling chocolate, roll it into a ball. And then with your hands, create a V shape forth until it looks like a teardrop. Stick it on top of the wooden skewer. With your hands, start sculpting out the Mockingay's head and its really long beak. Set the Mockingjay aside to cool down a little bit. Grab a sheet of wafer paper and create the general shape of Mockingjay wings. You also want to create its tail feathers. Cut out small rectangles of wafer paper. Stack them on top of each other and cut out small feathers in different sizes. So I'm basically creating layers, and I want it to look like kind of like a real wing. I'm curling up the ends of each little feather as well, so that it looks very fluffy. Attach the wings by inserting them right into the modeling chocolate. Use a sculpting tool to create some texture. I like to use a liner brush to make the outline of each word and letter, and I like to use a small round brush to fill in the negative space. Here's what the spines look like when they're finished. Grab some boba or milkshake straws and dowel each of the books as you stack the cakes. You want to continue the process by first adding book cover, and then your cake, and then your spine, and then another book cover. Right here I've added my open book cover, and I did that by just inserting the skewers right into the cake. Catching Fire will be our final book, and to this one we're going to add our open book that is going to be standing straight up. Add our little Mockingjay right on the top edge of the book cover. I'm just giving the Mockingjay feathers a little zhuzh. A Jennifer Lawrence birthday cake isn't complete without J-Law on the ground. And here we have it, our J-Law birthday cake, complete with J-Law on the ground, books of movies that she starred in, and a cute little Mockingjay right on top of the book. Happy birthday, J-Law! If there's a birthday cake you want to see, comment and let us know.